They called him the 50th assassin.
A phantom, a whisper in the darkest corners of the criminal underworld. His name alone inspired terror, a legend woven from fear and speculation. No one knew his true face, no one knew his real name, but everyone knew his deadly reputation. 50 souls reaped, 50 contracts fulfilled without a single miss.
The stories about him were whispered in hushed tones. They spoke of his uncanny ability to vanish into thin air. They described his preternatural awareness, as if he possessed a sixth sense. Some even claimed he could control the very shadows themselves.
The truth, like the man himself, remained elusive. He was a phantom, a ghost story whispered in the dead of night, a chilling reminder that even in the darkest corners of the city, no one was safe, no one was untouchable.
Vincent Viper Calabrese was a man who reveled in the fear he instilled. A notorious mob boss, his ruthlessness was legendary. Calabrese's empire was built on a foundation of violence and intimidation. He ruled his territory with an iron fist.
Calabrese believed he was untouchable. He surrounded himself with an army of loyal soldiers. His men were everywhere, their eyes and ears constantly on the streets. He was a viper, coiled and ready to strike at the slightest provocation. But even vipers, it seemed, were not immune to the cold hand of fate. This time the predator had become the prey. The 50th assassin had chosen his next target. And tonight, the viper would meet his end.
The city was a concrete jungle, a labyrinth of steel and glass. But for the 50th assassin, it was a chessboard. Every shadow, every alleyway, every rooftop held a potential advantage. He had spent weeks studying Calabrese's movements, memorizing his routines, analyzing his weaknesses.
He knew the city like the back of his hand. He could navigate its dark underbelly with ease. His eyes were everywhere, observing, calculating. He was a ghost, a phantom blending seamlessly with the urban landscape. Tonight, the city itself became his weapon. He was the conductor, and the city was his orchestra, ready to unleash a symphony of chaos. Section 4. The Devil's Symphony. The air crackled with anticipation. A storm was brewing, casting a pall over the city. Rain lashed down, the rhythmic drumming against the pavement like a heartbeat.
The 50th assassin lay concealed on a rooftop, his sniper rifle an extension of his will.
He felt the familiar surge of adrenaline, the cold, calculating focus that had become his trademark. He checked his watch. The time was drawing near. Below, the street was a river of shimmering black, reflecting the city lights. He breathed in the humid air, the metallic tang of ozone, a harbinger of the coming storm. He was a predator, patient and poised for the kill. Section 5. One shot, one kill. The distant wail of sirens pierced the night. A black limousine, flanked by 2 SUVs, emerged from the shadows. Calabrese's convoy.
The assassin tracked their movements through the scope, his finger resting lightly on the trigger.
The limousine slowed to a stop outside a nightclub. The doors opened, and Calabrese stepped out, his silhouette illuminated by the flashing neon lights. He was surrounded by his men, a pack of wolves protecting their alpha. The assassin took a breath, his finger tightening on the trigger. He had one shot, one chance to deliver justice. The world seemed to slow down. The rain, the noise, the city itself faded away. There was only the target. Section 6. A ghost in the machine. The gunshot echoed through the night, a single sharp crack that cut through the air. Calabrese's head snapped back, his eyes wide with surprise. Chaos erupted.
The bodyguards scrambled, their guns drawn, searching for the phantom shooter.
But the 50th assassin was already gone. He moved like a phantom, a ghost in the machine, slipping through the shadows, leaving no trace behind. He was a whisper in the wind, a nightmare that vanished with the dawn.